guys, so I am going to show you how to greatly reduce your CPU temperature in games, especially on laptops, and I hope this helps you. And I'm gonna go straight to the point and show you. First off, I go to edit power plan, and on edit power plan, I select change advanced power options. I go to switchable dynamic graphics. I do have this switchable dynamic graphics on my power options, and I think it's because I have an iGPU and I also have a dedicated GPU. So if you have that, um, I think you might have the settings. You go on switchable dynamic graphics. I go to global settings, and on plugged in, I select maximize performance. And after that, I hit apply and save. And what the switchable dynamic graphic does on the maximize performance is that uh, when you're playing video games, kind of acts like a max switch, whereby it shifts the responsibility of the graphical performance from your iGPU to your dedicated GPU. So, and the thing is, if you have it not on maximized performance and you are using your iGPU to play video games, it basically raises your CPU temperature to very high levels and it gets very warm and hot. So doing this will shift the graphical tax to your GPU, which barely sometimes, doesn't handle it unless you do the settings. And after that, you go to processor power management, you go to minimum processor state. On plugged in, it's 1%. I put on 1% on minimum, and maximum, I put on 99. Basically, watch what I do. And on PCI Express, on link stage power management, plugged in, it's on 100 power savings. You click on apply and OK. And also, in the same step one, you go to graphics settings, search for graphics settings, and basically you select your game apps, right? And Apex Legends, um, you have to select manually what graphic card your GPU preference you want for such a game, and you just do this. I selected high performance. You see my NVIDIA RTX 4050s here for Hitman. I select the same GPU. I think for Red Dead, I already did it for a while ago with these other games, and basically you just do these ones, and then that is all for step one. Now step two, you go to advanced system settings. So basically all I'm doing is I'm trying to take as much responsibility by offloading weight from your CPU. So you go to advanced system settings, you search it, this Windows pops up, and then you select the settings on the performance, and you basically do what I do. Normally, it's if you let Windows choose what's best for my computer, everything is going to be probably ticked. What I do is I adjust for best performance, and when everything is ticked, I select these two boxes. And upon selecting these two boxes, I click on apply and okay. Already in my situation, I've already applied it and done it, so I don't really think I need to do it again. You need to apply and okay with these just two boxes, and that's all for step two. And step three is the most important, which is you need to get this software. The software is called Universal Tuning Utility, right? So on the title bar up there of the app, and as you can see, it displays my laptop specifications, my AMD Ryzen 5 8645HS, and it has an 8 GPU, which I don't want to be using for gaming. And basically, yeah. So when you have this software, you go to custom, and at custom, normally everything looks like this. So you click on the very first, you see APU temperature tuning. Provide the ability to set APU thermal target, and I believe the APU has to deal with your uh, iGPU and CPU, right? Now the thing is, even though in the first step I showed that you maximizing performance in the switchable dynamic graphic is gonna switch all the performance to your dedicated GPU. I don't think it fully does that like a max switch. And so just to be on the safer side, doing this really helps, right? So you come here, you select 60. Normally it's on 95 degrees as the limit. You bring it down to 60 or 61 or 62, whichever temperature you feel like should be the optimum for your gaming. Don't set it very low, below 50%. I don't think that's a little bit too much. Maybe 60 to 65, depending on how much you want it on your laptop. And then you tick these boxes because mostly when it comes to custom, everything is on click. So you said on the target you want, and then you tick on this box and you name the preset. You name it, right? So I already have it named here. You name it, and when you name it, you come down below. There's a section below right here, which is where you have to save it, save the preset, and apply it. So you click on Save Current Preset, then by clicking on Saving Current Preset, then you click Apply Current Set. And after doing that, you come to the settings section of the app, right? You see, there's a settings section. Don't go to pre-made. Don't select this part, the pre-made section. If you select the pre-made, it's going to automatically set it to balance. Jump it. So you go to settings, and then you basically take everything here. So what I do is I basically is the moment that you boot up your laptop, the settings should apply. The app should run automatically and basically like a startup program, and then should apply all the settings that you have from your preset. And you do this and you shut it. You can close it because when you said what said minimize on close, right? So it's tick, close it, it's minimized, and you see it's running down here. It's right down here. And also, what I realized is when you do the final third step with this app, sometimes it doesn't work. And what I noticed is if you have any software, say the Armory Crate or HP Omen Gaming Hub, basically any software that allows you to control the performance of your laptop. And what I mean by performance of your performance tuning of your laptop, basically, the settings to either um, tune from eco mode, performance mode, or default. Um, you see on the HP VICTUS Gaming Hub is what I have. These settings, put it on default. Do not select any other. Just put it on default on these apps. I have AMD Adrenaline on performance tuning. I yeah, I basically sorry graphics. I think yeah, I put it on. It's on custom, but normally it was on default. I just handle this. Basically, that's all you gotta do. You have to make sure they're on default on these two softwares that are supposed to handle your performance or whatever. And what it does is it kind of like let this app take precedence from what I noticed. And basically, these are the three important steps that I did to complete the. I'm not playing the game right now, but if you do play it, you realize that your temps, the target for your temps are constant. Like CPU, it doesn't exceed that. It comes below, or it just gets to that point. And also, this is a tip, an advice actually, is to use your NVIDIA app if you have an NVIDIA app to limit the frame rate of your game. I think limiting frame rate is extremely important when it comes to reducing CPU temperatures too, because on Apex Legends I play at a 120 FPS. I don't think I need more FPS than I get. 120, limiting the FPS is very good. I don't necessarily need to switch on VSync, but limiting FPS is very good for me, especially on high performance game and high competitive games. I put it on higher FPS and cap it. But on single chill games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Hitman or Watch Dogs 2 or whatever, I cap my frame rate at 45. I don't need that much frame rate on single player games that I'm just relaxed in playing. So 45 works perfect for me. And also I reduce my screen resolution to from it was 1080, I put it on 900p. As I said, when it comes to frame rates and resolutions, it's your CPU that is handling it. So reducing your CPU, the game resolution also takes the stress off your CPU a bit. It doesn't take the stress off your GPU, it takes it off the CPU. So just do this and it will work greatly for you. I hope this fix helps you and have